All right. Hi, I am Mandy Widrick. I am at New Life Christian Church tonight, sitting here with Jacob Moon. We are going to have a concert coming up at 7 p.m. tonight. So if you're watching online live right now, you should be here. If you're not able to make it, we will be streaming the concert. I believe a little later tonight. That's at 7 p.m. So be sure to check it out. So Jacob, tell me about your background in music and how you got into all of this.
Well, I started out, when I was probably in high school. I started kind of really listening to other guys who played the acoustic guitar and sang, and thought, wow, that would be cool if I could be able to do that. I was maybe 4'5" or something at the time, in grade 9. I was just a little gaffer, so a guitar was kind of a hard thing to kind of master for me, but. I stayed with it, and it kind of started to pay off. Like, I mean, in university, I started, playing out and playing clubs or pubs, and just kind of doing a lot of cover songs and maybe a couple of originals. And then people started asking for those originals on CD. They said, "When are you going to release a CD?" So I released a CD, and it sold well, and so I made another one, and that kind of has been. The way that it started, and then it's kind of been sustained by the devotion and by the loyalty of fans who've just been willing to stand with me and kind of carry me along. So that's all any artist is doing, is really just building relationships with fans, and they're only successful insofar as they're successful in building a good fan base. So,
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this as a profession?
I guess it's been 15 years or so as a full-time thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at your websites earlier, and I had seen that it looked like it had been a while that you've got several albums out. Now, how many do you have out?
Well, I got 7 CDs out,
okay,
and then a DVD as well that just came out this past year.
Now, what's the DVD?
Well, we just gave away a copy of it on the air. At a local radio station.
Glenn Curry, is that what it was?
That's
okay,
right.
Yep.
It was really fun.
Very cool.
So, whoa, look at this. It is called The Music Room with Jacob Moon, an instructional series. Covers such topics as guitar techniques, songwriting, and live looping. And so if people are interested in that, then this is a good set for them. And so I've sold a bunch of them at concerts or at guitar clinics that I've done. I've done a bunch of guitar clinics where I've just kind of taught what I know on the guitar and what I know about those other topics, and people have been checking it out. So that's kind of
very
fun.
Cool. Yeah. I was seeing online where you're kind of known for the live looping that you do. For people who don't know what that is, can you kind of explain that?
Well, I mean, for me, I got started with it back in like the 90s, the mid 90s. I bought this thing called a Jam Man, and it's a piece of equipment that you put your guitar signal through, and it will give you the ability to record it. And to have that play back. And so the advantage there is that you can actually build kind of layers of sound as you perform a song. So you can actually have a rhythm guitar track that you record that's like 4 bars long, then maybe like a lead guitar track, and then maybe a percussion track that you can all in the moment you can layer. Of course, it sounds easier than it actually is. It's very difficult to do the live looping thing because it depends on your ability to play in time, to hit the pedal on time, so that the loop is the correct length and it doesn't sound funny.
Yeah,
and,
I imagine it does sound a little bit complicated. I mean, I've done a little bit in music too, and trying to mix different tracks sometimes it does.
It can be like it's fine if you're just sitting in your own home in your living room, but when you're on stage and everybody's watching you to see if you screw up or not, it gets kind of stressful. So
yeah. So I found a video that went up a few years ago on YouTube that has like 200,000 something hits.
He hit 225 the other day, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So you were on a rooftop playing this, it was Subdivision, right?
Subdivision's by Rush, which is a Canadian rock band.
Okay.
Who are actually pretty famous around the world. And that's a song that I've just always loved. And so I loved it enough, thought I'd record my own version of it, put it up there on YouTube. Didn't think anything of it, and then the view count started kind of going up exponentially.
That's always exciting.
Which is exciting. And then when that happened, it was just like, well, I didn't know what would happen next. The Rush actually ended up reaching out to me and saying they really liked the performance. And a very cool thing happened last year. They asked me if I was free on March 28th to perform at their induction into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Nice.
So yeah, so I said
Nice.
I'll check my schedule and I'll get back to you.
Uh-huh.
So, but I did get back to them, and of course I wanted to do it, and so it was a lot of fun, and I got to actually meet the guys, and that's led to some other things happening for my own career, which is great. Sometimes it's just like you play something that everybody or a certain group of people know, and then they know how to kind of contextualize your music, and they maybe come back and they'll buy a CD or they'll come to a show where they wouldn't necessarily done that unless they'd heard you play something that they was familiar to them.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
so,
That's
yeah.
true. I'm seeing a lot of covers and whatnot on YouTube lately, and that
Yeah.
people enjoy doing that. I think,
Yeah.
you know. Now, why the roof? I found it interesting that you were playing on the roof. Why the roof?
Why not? Really? I mean, it comes right down to it. It was fun because it afforded a lovely view of,
Oh yeah,
of
it
the
did.
Hamilton,
It did.
the Hamilton subdivisions, as it were. You know, so
Yeah.
so it sort of was. I mean, the original music video from that song had a lot of aerial shots,
Okay.
and so we thought, how high up can we get? Turns out we get about 3 stories up, and then we're cut off.
Okay.
No higher than that.
Okay.
And so it was hard enough, and we had to climb on scaffolding and hoist amps precariously up onto ledges, and it was tricky. There was no elevator that took us right to the top.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it looks like it just dropped right off on the edge of the building.
pretty much.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't trip over anything.
No, don't trip anything. Yeah, watch your footwork. And I did. I was very careful because I didn't want to die that way. You know what I'm saying? On television like that. It's a bad situation.
That's true. Though that video may have gotten even more hits.
Even more hits. Think of that. I could have been more famous in my death than in my life. That's what we all want, isn't it? In the end, yeah. It's just infamy. Yes.
So that brings me to the question: where's the most interesting place that you have filmed music before?
Well,
or played music?
Yeah, played music. I don't know. That's probably one. I've played a lot of house concerts, which is kind of interesting, like in people's living rooms.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, that's becoming like a trend.
Really?
In music, yeah. Because there's not enough desirable places to play in cities. So I don't know what Watertown is like, but if it's anything like Hamilton, it suffers from not having enough attractive places for people in their 30s and up or whatever to come out, leave their comfortable setting in the suburbs, drive and look for, parking for their nice cars, and get out of their cars and walk to this shady club. They're not necessarily going to want to do that, but if they had it they could go to a concert that was in a home of somebody they knew, and there was maybe 40 or 50 other people there.
Interesting.
Then
See,
they
this
will
is the
come to
first
that.
I've even heard of people doing this.
Is that right? Okay, well,
Yeah.
check it out. Check it out. I mean, it suits very well the singer-songwriter, the guy who can get up or gal who can get up and play just their guitar or their instrument and make it work, as opposed to needing an entire band and production to be successful at that. So I think it's good for guys like me who I'm just a one-man outfit. So it's easy for me to come in and set up a little bit of gear and play a show that people will enjoy. So it's fun.
Yeah. So do you find that's getting more popular? Like, are you doing a lot of those?
I do like maybe a dozen a year. So
Really?
it's not that many, but it's enough to kind of keep me interested. I'm actually going to launch a house concert contest. So watch for that on jacobmoon.com. The contest will only run for about 10 days or so, and then I will choose from all the entries somebody for whom I will play a house concert.
Interesting. Now, what do they have to do to get into the contest?
It's likely just going to be entering their contact information.
Okay.
So where are they from? How can we get a hold of them? Put them on the mailing list, that kind of thing. And then I can reach out and let you know when I'm releasing a CD or coming to the city that you live in. That's the idea, is to try to just broaden the base of people who are in the conversation.
Sure. So got to build that list.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
All right. So what can we expect to see from you tonight at your concert?
I don't really know yet because I haven't really made the set list yet, frankly.
I love it.
I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. But I played enough shows in the last couple of weeks that I've got some favorites that I'm going to play. And so I'm going to play some stuff from my CDs and some of the more popular covers that I've done that people have seen on YouTube, like the subdivisions, like the Come Talk to Me. I do a Bruce Hornsby cover as well, which is kind of fun. So it's pretty eclectic, so it kind of jumps all over the place musically, but it's just one guy and a guitar, so that kind of unifies it together, is that it's always got a guitar presentation, and it's my voice, and some of the stuff that I do is instrumental, so that can be kind of fun too for people who are guitar aficionados or just interested in instrumental music. So If you dig the stuff that you see when you check out Jacob Moon YouTube channel, because it actually exists, I believe it's just youtube.com/Jacob Moon.
Okay. And we can double check that too, and make
That-
sure we'll put the link at the bottom of this video
Yeah,
when
for sure.
we save the recording. But where else can people find you online?
JacobMoon.com or Facebook.com/Jacob Moon Music.
And on Twitter too. I found you on Twitter.
That's right. I'm
So,
on Twitter.
yep, you can follow him on Twitter, twitter.com/JacobMoonMusic. I know because I
Yeah.
tweeted you about you earlier.
Yeah, nice.
Alrighty, well, we're going to wrap things up. Again, if you want to come out for the concert tonight, it's at 7 p.m. or you can watch online. So we're looking forward to it. We're going to have a great time. So thanks, Jacob.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me.
All right.
All right.
Looking forward to it.